I've never seen Firefly before, and I just watched episode 8 out of gas. In order to do this episode justice, I did a two-parter. This is part 2, which is focusing on the characters. Part 1 was about the overall episode. If you want to check that out, or if you want to see my Firefly journey from the beginning, make sure to go check out my other videos. Jumping right in, each character really got to shine this episode. One of the things that I love about this show is that I can see a tiny and in some cases a large piece of myself in every single character. I don't know if any of you feel that way, but who knows? And yes, that means even Jane. As I said in part 1, this episode is really a love letter to Serenity, but mostly to Mal because Mal is Serenity. There is no Serenity without Mal, and we see that throughout the episode. We always know that Mal is an amazing captain, but as I said, this episode really wanted to showcase that. The way that he handles the emergency, the way that he handles the crew. I mean, he really does shine. I love how he deals with each crew member individually. Like, he's very sweet with Kaylee. He has to be very harsh, like physical with Wash, and he knows that. And he's very, like, quick with Jane. He knows how to speak to each member of his crew, which is obviously incredibly important. Mal going down with the ship was the ultimate captain move, including the sweeping classical music. It was definitely giving Titanic vibes in the best way. He shuts the door before the second blast. He opens the bay to let out the fire. I mean, he is moving quick. He is moving smart. He is moving with intent. He had the idea to boost the signal. He has the idea to take the shuttles so that they last a little bit longer. They have a little bit more of a chance. But I will say this, there is no way that if Zoe was awake, she would have left Mal. The only reason it went down the way it did is because Zoe was a hero, saved our girl Kaylee, and got knocked out. And we know that because as soon as she wakes up, they come back. Zoe and Wash got a lot of romantic moments this episode, and I was loving it. Her saving him the plate, them like cuddling, Wash like being like, "Don't take me away from my wife." It was super cute. And then seeing Zoe be super hesitant to the whole thing, not liking Wash, not really liking Serenity, was pretty funny because we know that in current times, Zoe is incredibly happy on Serenity with the love of her life. They really weaseled their way in there because Zoe definitely gives like hard exterior, soft interior. Those that she loves hard. I see why Zoe is so loyal to Mal and the crew and the ship because they are crazy loyal to her. You can really see in the interactions between Mal and Wash, like how much Zoe means to them. I love that Mal's goodbye to Wash is like, go see your wife. Each character kind of gives Mal his own little like gift slash offering slash goodbye. And it was super cute to see Wash like go and set up the ship that just in case Mal got rescued, he'd be able to communicate. We still don't know much about Wash, but we did learn that he had a list of recommendations as long as Mal's leg and that he had an awesome mustache. Now, not to negate the importance of the scenes with Simon and River and Book, but they did have a little less screen time because we already saw their origin stories and also they haven't been with Serenity and Mal as long as the other ones have. That's hilarious to me though. Again, you can tell they are related when Simon is going on and on about how like medically how you're going to end and then River's like, "Oh, we won't die gasping. We'll freeze to death first." Thanks, guys. Speaking of origin stories, seeing Kaylee's origin story was so funny and amazing. Like, I knew it was her the minute I knew. Just so chill, nonchalant, fixes the problem. And then, of course, just to make her even more adorable, she's like, "Well, I just have to go check with my folks. And then she'll be right back. Don't leave me." Adorable. Her baking Simon the cake was so sweet. And I felt really bad for her this episode because she, as the mechanic, she was feeling really guilty. Like the part where she says, "Normally Serenity lets me know if something's going wrong." I was like, "Oh, my Kaylee." I've seen a few comments about Kaylee mentioning this part before. I did not fact check that because I am trying very hard not to Google anything about the show, but you can discuss in the comments. Okay, now where I really saw myself with Jane was when Simon was telling that slow AF story and he was like, "Next." I said out loud, "Any day now." And then Jane interrupts him. Jane was also clutch in an emergency. He was like, "You're not opening the door." Like, no. Jane's origin story, which was hilarious and fit Jane perfectly. The fact that he came on board because he got a private room was great. And even Jane shows his affection for Mal when he tells him that he's got a suit prepped for him just in case. So we do get to see a little bit of a sweet side of Jane this episode. Last but not least, we have Inara. I loved getting to see all the different sides of Inara during this episode. I feel like she really went through the emotions. In the beginning, we get to see her being funny and silly when she's talking to Jane, then soft when she goes to check on Zoe and when she's comforting Simon. We get to see her sad and desperate when she's begging Mal not to stay. In fact, even though she knows it's pointless, they all know it's pointless, but she cannot help herself. Like she has to try to get him to leave. She even kind of tries to scare him, like, you don't want to die alone. See, look, I'm gonna cry. We get to see Anara's initial meeting with Mal and see that they have been flirting since day one. Anara's affection for the ship is also mentioned again in this episode. I really see what you guys are saying about Serenity being a character. Anara loves the ship and she loves Mal because like Mal is the ship is Mal, like they are one. They often use Serenity as like a metaphor of like them two together. Like she'll be like, I miss Serenity. I love Serenity. Mal. Overall, I loved this episode. I loved getting to see all the different sides of the characters and I loved getting to see all the different stages of the characters. Like we really got a good story. To me, this was a fan episode through and through. And hey, I'm a fan. Okay, quickly to wrap it up, some shiny moments. My first shiny moment is Jane saying, what are you two doing fighting like a time like this? You're using up all the air. And the last scene, while Mal is looking at Serenity, while the salesman is talking about the other ship in the back, why is that like such a move? Do you like that scene gets me? It gets me. And of course, that leads to my favorite line of the episode. You buy this ship, you treat her proper, and she'll be with you the rest of your life. Here is my heart. Here, just take it. Just take it. You can just have it. Like that episode. And then that's how you end it. That's how you end it. It was a great ending, but did we really need to cry more? There's always more I could say, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. As always, thank you for watching. If you're interested, I will be loading these up to my YouTube, so you can go ahead and subscribe there. Link is in the bio. Next episode is called Ariel, whatever. I guess I'll find out. If you guys want, I will attempt to do a live reaction, but it is hard because I cannot do that and take notes at the same time. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.